gonna tell you the real problem with CrossFit, and it's not what you think. Lots of other people have made all kinds of videos about this subject, but they're just not getting it. And if you're hiking up your compression socks and turning your barbell into a pitchfork to come after me, this isn't just another hit piece about your beloved religion, I mean fitness method. Actually, I really like several things about this movement, and I'll start with that, and then get into the bad. And again, it's not what you think. And what I'm gonna do is also give a compare-contrast with Powerbatics and the training we do at Pacific Rim Athletics. Now, CrossFit did a phenomenal job at building community. A lot of people call it a cult, but listen, when you stop and think about it, everything in this world has elements of a cult. In fact, the word cult is just the root for culture. So they dress their own unique way and call their workouts the names of girls. And they have this affiliate system which spawns exponential growth as fast as if Mormonism and Mary Kay had a baby and named it Arbonne and gave it TRT. Several problems for which we'll get into later. Now, we have a culture at Pacific Rim Athletics, goal-oriented, skills-based training, levels, systems. It's like German engineering meets Shaolin. Cool as a ninja on robot horseback with a boombox on their shoulder. But back to CrossFit, it's also insanely popular, which opens the door to a lot of people to get moving. And it's easy to get started. All you need is a box gym, bars, pumper plates, kettlebells, ropes, lifting cages, rowing machines, and a space shuttle. Seriously, it really has helped a lot of people get moving. Now, Powerbatics is not popular, yet anyway. The barrier to entry isn't high, but it is unique, and you actually have to dig in and start addressing weak links. You have to learn skills, and eventually you have to use your brain to memorize katas and advance through the levels. It's more like an RPG video game, and CrossFit like Pong. Now, here's where I'll get into detail about why CrossFit is bad. Here's the first half, the one side of the coin. Everyone's already made the videos about how their form is terrible. Well, for the most part, I agree. But no, this is not about that. And everyone's already made videos about their kipping too. Kipping is its own skill set. It's actually a subset of swings. And you'll tear your crap up kipping on muscle-ups, butterfly pull-ups, handstand, push-ups, etc. But no, this is not about that either. And it's not about the fail videos and the danger of Olympic lifting. Even though I always say how Olympic lifting should be done exclusively by Olympic lifters and advanced athletes that have the time to master those highly technical advanced lifts. Done right, these are highly valuable for other sports. But no, this video is not about Olympic lifting either. Okay, but it's the fact that CrossFit juxtaposes different training modalities and slams them together into a wad that sets you up for not just a burn or soreness, but major catastrophic injury. For example, it'll set an advanced lift like a clean and jerk, multiplanar, dynamic, explosive movement under load, which is massively complicated, and stick that with a sprint or box jumps or some other bounding movement. And then it serves this en masse to group training, which will include beginners. And then they go and put a timer on and make it a race, even if the race is just against yourself. So let's break this down on a logical level. And when you consider systems and processes for everything in this world, every single system experiences entropy and breaks at its weakest link. Thus, when you are combining athletic moves, like even a basic bodyweight movement like a muscle up, and yes, a muscle up is a basic, and add a deadlift plus a stopwatch, you are loading a system with even greater entropy, therefore increasing greater opportunity for catastrophic failure. It's actually a philosophical flaw. Come to think of it, it's the heresy of tritheism. It's like people who say three gods and then try to cram them together. It stems from the same Aristotelian issues we've seen in other videos. Reality viewed as these disparate atomic parts that breaks down to unintelligibility. Speaking in basic terms, okay, so we have all these disparate bars and rowing machines and contraptions everywhere, where the human body is running between all of them, trying to make sense of all of it, and the substance is trying to hold it all together. And eventually, that substance is gonna break down, like injury rates that are commonly reported, not to mention the adrenal fatigue and rhabdo. In contrast, think about the mind, body, and spirit as intrinsically connected, and the thing that is being holistically trained for optimal performance. Take a free run kata. The only equipment, a box, and you could use a wedge on the wall and a mat just to be safe like we do, or a ninja strength kata, a single bar. That's it, but you're building holistic strength. CrossFitter is literally the one-man band who also is trying to do cartwheels and fix a car simultaneously with a stopwatch. It's unrealistic and unsustainable versus a samurai of strength and skill. And this isn't to say we don't do time tabatas or weights or plyometrics, but they are scientifically selected to achieve particular advancements in certain areas as part of the whole. Okay, so that's one half of the problem, the philosophical problem that results in biomechanical breakdown. Okay, the other half is this, and it does not take place in a vacuum. Even Glassman didn't intend for CrossFit to be a time sport with all that nonsense. Even so, like we've seen, it's cramming together modalities in a juxtaposition that shouldn't happen. But then Glassman created a few gyms, and then the affiliate system where people can earn certifications for $1,000. Now, do you know how many people have asked us for gyms in their area or to get certified with us? Tons through the comments and especially by email. You can get on a waiting list at Powerbatics website for if we do that. But there's a huge problem here, okay? Even Jesus didn't say, okay, let's go make 30,000 churches within 15 years. But this is exactly what CrossFit did. Ray Kroc had it totally right when he was building the McDonald's franchise. Quality control. Even though the food is crap, the business model and standards are absolutely fantastic. Different model, but same thing. Quality. But that's a franchise, not an affiliate system, which is really just a multi-level marketing scheme. Have you ever met a Mary Kay affiliate? They'll practically beat the crap out of you if you say anything negative about it. It's that cult-like aspect that's the second half. And what fuels it? Well, let me ask you this. How would you act if you spent $1,000 and then another $1,000 and then another $1,000 to go through these certification levels and you made your living off of it? And then you paid $3,000 every year for the affiliate and to use their name. It just sort of demands that level of allegiance, whatever the quality might be. The same structure is used by everyone from Amazon to gymnastics, which is a whole other video. It's like life insurance, or a top-down religion or political organization, or a McDojo handing out fake black belts. And I'm sure you can start imagining all kinds of problems that can result from this. On the other hand, there's the franchise model, which is very similar to a church plant system, or a competitive martial arts school. All of the parts come together to make the whole, one and many. 5 elements of Powerbatics, all related, 10 levels each. Either you can do the moves for the level or you can't, but there's a structure and a system to it. And just like Olympic lifting or the separate individual parts of CrossFit, not anybody should be coaching it, but anybody can and should get into Powerbatics and start learning to control their own body weight first, which is absolutely critical before loading yourself up with weight. Like you could start learning a handstand, V-stand, and muscle up right now, and a leg iron cross. Just those 4 will absolutely transform your training. And then katas like foundation. Which supersedes the sets and reps aspect of training with total holistic movement. Start with some of these movements. And then you grow into a power moves kata, or aerial silks, or more advanced ninja strength katas like this. But you have to move beyond the 2 sides of the coin that CrossFit got wrong. The Aristotelian disparate juxtaposition of modalities that creates entropy in the system and ultimately breaks down. And you have to avoid the structure of things that exponentially compounds the entropy, such as in affiliate systems. You could do that by talking to my team and getting started on training in the next day or 2. See you in the next video and in training soon.